Hi, I'm Streaky, this is Metropolis Mastering. In today's episode I'm going to tell you if you need a different master for vinyl or digital. Well, the short answer is no, and the reason is because when you're mastering something, the only things that are going to be problems for a lathe really is if you've got too much stereo information in the low end or you've got too much information in the high end, because lathes tend to like just the frequencies that the main frequencies that ears pick up. So if you've got stereo information in the low end, that can make the groove go like that if it's going out of phase. So what you try and do, if that is the case, you would naturally mono it when you're mastering. And the other thing that it doesn't like is a lot of sibilance, a lot of high end or hats and things like that. So it's trying to keep those under control when you're mastering as well. And you would tend to do that anyway, because if something was really bright and really annoying, it's going to stand out so much, and you won't actually like it in your ears anyway. So it's something you would probably naturally master out in the first place, and kind of put a de-esser on it, or you might you tend not to cut in the top end because it tends to make things sound duller and a little bit closed in. So you're more likely to either de-ess it or maybe put a very high cut on, which obviously the curve will be sort of starting at around say 10k. If you put say a 16k or an 18k filter on, it will start at 10 and work its way up. So what it's doing there is smoothly taking off a little bit of high end without just cutting it off dramatically, and as I say, making it sound dull and a little bit lifeless. So I would say if somebody says to you need two masters, then I would say generally no. There is another reason why you might want two masters, which is if a track is heavily limited or heavily compressed, so it's going in really hard, and you've got the option of having a version that is uncompressed and a version that is compressed, as in, I mean compression as in limiting, then it's nice to try and use an unlimited version and do like a test cut to see how that sounds and see how that plays back, because that can leave some nice dynamics because it's analog. You can throw some nice dynamics at the lathe, and then you can actually get a lot cleaner cut and a lot more open sound, rather than having to digitally limit it because you can't go over zero with digital because blah blah blah, because you're going to get oversampling and such and such. So if you've got an option to take the limiter off at the end, nice thing to do, to try it out, try a test cut, see what it sounds like. But generally a mastering engineer is going to know to just take those little bits out, or and the low end, because it actually makes it sound better anyway for digital. The sort of principles that work really well for analog, as in vinyl cutting, actually sound great on digital. Hope that helps. If you've got any questions, put them in the comments. Please subscribe. I think it's there or there somewhere. And thanks for watching. See you next time.